Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. The rest of this week we're going to be taking a look at some McFarlane Toys Batman offerings, and today we're kicking it off with the newly released gray and blue Batman Hush. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Okay, here we have a look at the packaging for the DC Multiverse Batman from Hush. This is the blue-gray version, of course. We can see everything he comes with. He comes with a couple of extra hands, the shield, the base in the back. Well, I'm gonna call that a shield. His card in the back, up on the packaging, and then a couple of batarangs. He's looking really nice. I got this in my local Books A Million, and they had several, so I was able to, kind of pick through and get one with some really good paint apps on the head, and then that beautiful Jim Lee artwork on the back that we all know and love. Man, he just looks incredible. This figure looks like he just leaped right off that page. Yeah, it looks great. I love Hush. It's one of my favorite Batman stories of all time. So I'm sure I'm gonna dig this figure. I don't have the black and gray version to compare it to, so we're just gonna look at this, as a standalone. So let's get him opened up and out of the package. All right, here we have Batman opened up out of the package, and starting off, we see that same Jim Lee artwork on this card that we got on the back of the package. Flipping it around. There's a real name Bruce Wayne. There's the write-up. If you wanna read it, you can just pause the video and read the card right there. He does come with his standard DC Multiverse base, which I'm glad is always included. He does come with two batarangs, and they are nicely designed. Look very much like the way Jim Lee drew them in the comics, so those are nice. Always good to have some accessories. And then he does come with two fist hands, and Hush took Batman out already. He does come with two fist hands, and one, you can see he does come with the kryptonite ring when he has to take out Superman. So that's a nice little attention to detail. Do I wish they would have given us an extra hand, a fist without the ring? Beggars can't be choosers. Okay, let's just take a look at this figure up and down. He just looks absolutely incredible. Oh man, if I don't have any complaints with this figure. I'm not going to complain about this figure at all. I love him. I think he looks perfect. He is a perfect representation of Jim Lee's artwork. I think he looks fantastic. This is probably one of my favorite Batman figures in my collection. I love this. If I did have one minor complaint, just one tiny little thing, it would have been that his belt would have been a brighter yellow. But you know what? If I want a brighter yellow belt, I can always paint it brighter yellow myself. But I do wish this is kind of like a muted yellow, but I do wish it was a little bit brighter. That head, to me, is absolute perfection. It just looks incredible. I love Batman in the blue and gray. I love Batman with the short ears, as you can see on my tattoo. It's the old school 80s Batman's one of my favorites. So I just absolutely love this guy. He just looks incredible top to bottom. The hands that are on him in the package, he has a gripping hand. I'm assuming this is probably to hold, some of his batarangs, which he can do very well, no problem whatsoever. And then he has a gesturing hand. It almost looks like a gun trigger finger hand, but it's not. It's just like a gesturing hand, so he can, outstretch it, like that, like he's grabbing for something, or he can, like that. Just looks incredible. As far as the articulation goes, you guys know what to expect here with McFarlane Toys. The head is connected to the neck, and the neck is on a ball peg, so the head can turn left and right, and you can get a very, very good range of motion, even though it's just connected to the neck. He can only look up about that far, which isn't the best, but he can look down all the way, which is great for some posing. He does hit that T pose, no problem. He actually can go higher, maybe into closer to a Y pose. He can go up pretty well. bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, diaphragm joint, so we get some nice rocking back and forth, ball peg at the stomach. So that's really cool. He can kick forward. Oh, got a little paint splotch right there. He can kick forward about that far. He can go back about that far. Double jointed knees, so he can kick his own butt. Is there a boot cut? No, there is not. And then hinge and swivel and toe articulation at the foot. Now let's talk about this cape, because this cape is beautiful. It drapes nice. You know, I'm always a fan of cloth capes. I wish McFarlane would get into those cloth capes. I know he's done it a couple times for the new Batman figures that are coming out from the Flash movie, but I wish he'd get into them. There's a nice little like fade and gradient on the cape with some shadow, some little airbrushing in there to give some shadow in the dark spots, which is really nice. Not on the back though, not on the back, just only on the inside, but that's okay. That's the way he displays. So yeah, I'm no complaints. This is a near perfect Batman figure for me, and I am not going to complain. So let's see here. What am I going to do here as far as like a comparison? If we just want to see how he compares to other figures in the line, I do have a McFarlane Toys Superman right here that we can bring in. You can see he stands just a little bit taller than Superman. And then my other favorite Batman figure is the McFarlane Toys old school Batman that had the big funky cape. I have that Batman right here on my shelf, and he looks great. This is an awesome figure as well, and he looks great. So no complaints there. And you know, if you want to have him next to a Robin, I do have, to me, this is a really good stand-in Robin. This is like the 66 Robin from McFarlane Toys. And now, of course, he's going to look a little small here, but I think that's a good size. I like that Batman and that Robin on the shelf. That's not bad. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it, as they say. All right, so let's get this guy posed up, get him in a couple poses and some backgrounds, and take some pictures of this guy. I really dig this Batman. I think he looks great. He's, like I said, he's near perfection. I love everything about him. I would love to get some more figures from this line. It may force me to go ahead and pick up that Hush figure that my Walmart has had peg warming for the last year or so. We know that we're getting the Superman who has been possessed by Poison Ivy. I wouldn't mind, some more figures from this line. I wouldn't mind it. I would probably pick them up. But yeah, I think he looks great. And it's when you love a figure so much, it's hard to do a review because you're just saying great things about it and you don't have a lot of bad things to say. So we'll just go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, that bell notification. Leave me a comment. Any one of those things would be super appreciated so very much. Please remember to hit us up over at Instagram.com/Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And remember, this has been the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.